work. Okay, let's just come back out of this, okay, and just return back to PowerPoint. I think, Jim, fortunately that's the last video that you've got to watch. The current slide, okay, and one moment. That's it. Okay, now, Jim, you went off to work, and to quote the words of Jason Mansfield, well, I actually can't quote the words of your boss, you were rather scared, I think. You called up the police, not much point after completely destroying the evidence, but you realised something was wrong once those registration plates were made known to you. Fortunately, that's when you called me, and I confessed. My last story to you, ladies and gentlemen, I hope will allow Jim to feel much better about an error that he made 107 days ago. Now, for the shrewd-minded of you, that was the day of the royal wedding. Now, some general knowledge for you, ladies and gentlemen. What fuel does this run on?
Heavy oil.
Heavy oil, thank you. Or diesel, excellent, thank you. What powers this boat?
Wind.
The wind, thank you. Jim, what powers this boat? Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is Miami Vice. My quite beautiful 1980s powerboat, capable of pulling speeds at about 40 miles an hour. That was until the day Jim decided to use this petrol pump, I beg your pardon, diesel pump, to fill it up with, yes, you guessed it, diesel. Now, Jim, I must say to you that when you realised what you had done, I genuinely understood how awful you must have felt. The shame and embarrassment of such an error has grated on you ever since. However, I do think that in a way you did me a favour. After spending thousands and thousands of pounds trying to refurbish this boat, it was just not looking any different. A fellow member at Gravesend Sailing Club described such a boat as Miami Vice as a bathtub in which you place 10 and 20 pound notes and you set them alight, seeing no progress day after day, month after month. It was late one evening, whilst I was trawling the internet, when I stumbled across the words, the two happiest days of a boat owner's life are the day that he buys it and the day that he sells it. Jim, my mind was made up, helped by your unfortunate misfueling. It was time to lose the boat. Me and the lads have kept this from you, but I recently picked up a hovercraft called Dying Another Day. It runs on super unleaded. Upon your return from your honeymoon, I'd like you to come out with me, fill the tank with super unleaded, finally putting your demon to sleep and come out and fly it with me. And just to help you with this, I've actually got a little leaflet for you. It's on Shell V-Power. What I've done, I've scribbled out the section on diesel and I've underlined the unleaded. So happy reading for you, Jim, and thank you once again for what you did, because I mean it, you did me a favour. Now, just before we toast the happy couple, let's go to a blank, that's it. I need to draw this to a close. Jim, I look back over the time that I've known you, and forgetting the laughs and the wind-ups, you were a very caring friend. You may recall the key to the wheel clamp of my speedboat trailer being dropped in the River Medway. I had to jump in the river and try and find it. When I got back on the boat, I was freezing cold, and you did all you can to make me try and regain some sense of comfort. And also, recently after being taken to hospital, you went and sat with my missus, as her usually calm demeanour was replaced with one of fear and confusion. Jim, I am very grateful to you for being my friend, the absolute loon, the good sport, the boat wrecker, the supporter of a North London football team, the person who likes to chat on the phone, the guy who chose an outstanding place to have his stag weekend, and, I nearly forgot, you're the guy who hates underground trains. Jim, you're also the guy who thought that he could fly in a hotel lobby. You also suffered after a night out on the sherbets. And you're the man who thought that he could grab a jet plane whilst it was on takeoff. And finally, you're the Jim that I know who loves to dance. Now, just before we toast the happy couple, I'd like to thank those of you who helped me put this together today and have assisted so willingly. The ushers, Kelly, who spent hours ordering these photographs. Thank you for listening, and thank you, obviously, Jim, for making me a best man. Now, we all look for different things in a marriage, but there are certain things that just cannot be found. Jim, you're a modern man, and if you think you'll come home every evening, always be greeted with smiles and compliments, have your coat taken, your shoes removed, pillows arranged for you, and are made to feel comfortable in every way before being served a delicious meal, then I do have the number of a very good Japanese restaurant for you. I'd like to propose a toast, ladies and gentlemen, so on your feet, please. The toast is to James and Laura. James and Laura. Okay, thank you. And hang on, before I do that, I would like to wish to both of you, from my heart, the happiest of days together in your marriage. Smile together forever. Thank you.